Welcome back to Irako Folktales. Welcome to another interesting African story caption. The Whispering River. In the village of Umoya, life was peaceful and simple. The sun shone brightly over the homes made of mud and straw. The villagers loved their land, and they told stories about the river that flowed nearby. They believed that the river whispered secrets to those who listened carefully. Nia, a curious girl with sparkling eyes, loved going to the river to play and dream. She often imagined what the whispers would say. One sunny afternoon, Nia decided to visit the river alone. As she walked, she listened intently to the sounds around her. The trees rustled softly, and birds sang sweetly. When she reached the river, she knelt by the water, letting her fingers trail through the coolness. Suddenly, she heard a soft whisper, like a gentle breeze. "Nia, Nia," it called. Her heart raced with excitement. "Who's there?" she asked, looking around. The river rippled, and she saw something shiny at the bottom. Nia leaned closer and spotted an old bracelet glinting in the sunlight. Something inside her urged her to reach for it. She waded into the water, carefully grasping the bracelet. As she pulled it out, the whispers grew louder, swirling around her like a soft song. They told her stories of her ancestors, of bravery and love, and of a time when the river was a lifeline for the village. Eager to learn more, Nia ran back to her village, her heart full of wonder. She showed the bracelet to her grandmother, Mama Tua. Mama Tua gasped, her eyes widening. "This bracelet belonged to your great-grandmother. She was a powerful healer," she said, her voice trembling. "But it also holds a great secret." "What secret?" Nia asked, her curiosity bubbling. Mama Tua sighed. "Long ago, there was a great drought. Your great-grandmother used the powers of the river to save our people. But the river became angry when it was forgotten. It whispered for help." Nia felt a chill run down her spine. The river needed help again. That night, Nia couldn't sleep. The whispers haunted her dreams, becoming more urgent, filled with emotion. "Nia, help us. Help the river." She woke up in a panic, her heart pounding. The village depended on the river for their crops, and without it, they would surely suffer. Nia decided she had to act. The next day, she gathered her friends, Kimo and Asha, and shared her discovery. "We must help the river," Nia said. Kimo frowned. "But how can we do that? We're just kids." Asha nodded, her eyes wide with fear. "What if the river is angry?" Nia took a deep breath, determined. "We have to listen to the river. It whispered to me. I know it holds the key." The trio set off once more to the riverbank. They sat quietly, ears perked for the whispers. Hours passed, and just as they were about to give up, they heard it again. "Nia, find the stone that glimmers under the silver moon." "What does that mean?" Asha wondered aloud, looking worried. "Maybe it's a special stone in the river," Kimo suggested. "We should look tonight when the moon is bright." Filled with excitement, the friends made a plan. As night fell, they returned to the river, the moon casting a silver glow. They searched the water with shimmers reflecting all around them. Nia dove down, her heart knocking against her chest. She felt around the riverbed until her fingers touched something cool and smooth. With a pull, she brought up a beautiful stone that glimmered like stars. Suddenly, the water bubbled angrily. "You have found the heart of the river," it roared. "But beware! The secrets it holds may change everything." Nia felt a wave of fear wash over her. "What do you mean?" she shouted above the roar of the water. The river fell silent, and then a voice came, softer now. "The heart holds the truth of the drought. Your village must choose to save the river or to keep secrets hidden." Nia's mind raced. What secrets? Could it be the villagers' neglect? Or was it something deeper? She looked at Kimo and Asha, both as confused as she was. As they stared at the sparkling heart, fear and excitement mingled in the air. Nia knew they were about to uncover something big. What would happen next? Would they find the courage to open the truth? As Nia held the heart, the whispers started again, sending shivers down her spine. "We must choose wisely, or all will be lost." The weight of the decision felt heavy in her hands. Nia's heart raced as she held the glimmering stone, wondering what the river's message meant. We have to be careful, she said, looking at her friends. If the villagers find out we have the heart, they might not understand. They might be afraid. Kimo nodded slowly. But if we don't tell them, what happens if the drought doesn't end? People will suffer. Asha shivered. Intrigued, others remained skeptical. As they discussed, the sky grew dark unexpectedly. Dark clouds rolled in, thick and heavy. The wind picked up, howling through the village as if warning them. A clap of thunder shook the ground. Nia gasped. Is the river angry? The villagers went silent, fear washing over them. Baba Kofi raised his hands. This storm cannot be ignored. It is a warning. We must prepare for what's to come. Nia felt a chill, realizing the river was indeed sending a message. They must hurry. Nia and her friends rushed back to the riverbank, heart pounding. We need to tell the villagers to prepare, but we also need to keep the heart safe. When they reached the river, it raged angrily, higher than before. You must act swiftly, it warned. Time is running out. Nia could feel fear spiraling within. What can we do? She cried. Together, the river murmured. You must unite the village. Determined, Nia rallied her friends. They ran back to the market, where the storm cast an ominous shadow over the village. Baba Kofi, we need to gather everyone. The river demands it. The elder nodded, his face grave. Gather the villagers to the river. They must see what is happening. As they called out to people, Asha spotted the village chief, Mama Zuri. She rushed to her. Please, chief. The river needs our help. This storm is a sign. Mama Zuri frowned, looking skeptical. The river is just water. We cannot waste time. No, it's more than that, Nia cried. The heart of the river is calling. Join us. With trembling hands, Nia held the glowing heart, its light breaking through the clouds. The villagers gasped, watching as the stone shone brighter than ever. Then, a loud roar echoed. The storm grew fiercer. They must come, the river insisted, its voice a mixture of urgency and anger. Nia felt the pressure of her responsibility bearing down. Would they believe her? Would they rush to save the river and themselves? Or would they ignore the warning? The fate of Umoya hung in the balance, the whispers growing louder and clearer, urging them toward a choice they had to make. Nia felt a mixture of fear and determination. The river was not just a body of water. It was alive with stories, emotions, and truths to uncover. And she knew deep down that the journey was only just beginning. As the storm raged, Nia closed her eyes and whispered a promise to the river. We will not forget you. We will fight for you. With that, she led her friends and the villagers towards the river, ready to face whatever challenge lay ahead, united in their mission to save the whispering spirit of Umoya. The storm raged around them as Nia, Kimo, and Asha gathered the villagers to the riverbank. Fear crept into the hearts of many. Nia's pulse quickened as she saw uncertainty in the villagers' eyes. Please listen, she shouted. The river is alive. It needs our help. Some villagers stood still, doubt evident in their faces. Others began to murmur, sharing their own worries and fears. What do we do? Kimo asked, glancing nervously at the churning water. The heart must be shown to the river, Baba Kofi suggested, stepping forward. It is a bridge between us and the spirits. Nia nodded. Then let's present it. She lifted the glowing heart high, its light shimmering against the darkening sky. The river seemed to pulse, responding to the stone's glow. Fear faded into curiosity as the villagers stepped closer, drawn by the heart's beauty. Mama Zuri finally spoke up. Maybe we should listen. Suddenly, a loud crash echoed. A tree fell near the river, uprooted by the powerful winds, and the villagers gasped. A feeling of urgency washed over everyone. Nia realized they had to act fast. We need to prepare, she declared. We will create a circle together, united by our voices. Let the river feel our strength and our love. The villagers hesitated for a moment, but then started forming a circle, hand in hand. Nia felt proud. Each voice counted. Together, they began singing an ancient song from their ancestors, honoring the river and its whispers. As their voices joined together, the river calmness returned, waiting. The storm began to ease, the clouds slowly parting, revealing the silvery moon. Nia closed her eyes, feeling the river's response in her heart. It's listening. Keep singing. As they continued their song, a sudden light burst from the heart, illuminating the night. The river shimmered in its glow, and for a moment, everything felt magical. Then, the waters began to swirl, revealing images of the past, villagers dancing around the river, children playing, the land flourishing. Remember us, the river whispered through the current. We are intertwined. Nia felt tears welling in her eyes as she saw her great-grandmother among the images, her hands raised in gratitude. The villagers became silent, captivated by the visions. Baba Kofi spoke softly. This is the river's memory, a reminder of what it means to us. We have to protect it. As the last notes of the song faded, the river swelled gently, caressing the banks with love. Thank you, it whispered. You have remembered. But unity must continue. A rush of joy filled the air, and the villagers cheered. We will honor you, mighty river, someone shouted, and the rest echoed, their voices shining with hope. Nia turned to her friends, heart full. We did it, but we have to keep this promise. Our journey isn't over. Kimo smiled. We will tell more stories. We will sing more songs. Asha grinned. Every season, we'll celebrate the river. It will never be forgotten again. The village decided to organize a festival each year called the Day of the River. They would honor not only the river's beauty, but all the memories that flowed with it. As they walked home, Nia felt a sense of peace. The river was safe for now, but she understood that their relationship with it was ongoing. Days passed, and the villagers worked together to restore the riverbanks, planting trees and clearing debris. The crops flourished, and the atmosphere in Umoya grew joyful and celebratory. But deep in her heart, Nia knew that the whispers would return, carrying new secrets and challenges. One evening, as she sat by the river, she felt a familiar pull. Nia, the whisper floated through the air, soft yet urgent. There is more to discover. Nia's heart quickened again, excitement mixed with an edge of fear. What do you want to tell me? She whispered back, wondering what more adventures awaited her. The moon was bright and full, casting beams across the water, and Nia knew that the river would guide her on a path filled with new mysteries. And she was ready to listen. To be continued. I hope you have enjoyed this lovely wisdom-packed story. Please leave a comment if you want a continuation. Endeavor to subscribe and follow Irako Folktales on YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok for more lovely African stories.